under the bright, unforgiving lights of the Las Vegas Strip, where speed meets spectacle and every millimeter matters. One of the most shocking twists in recent Formula One history unfolded. Two McLaren drivers, two top finishers, two championship contenders, and one devastating decision. In a matter of minutes, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri went from title heroes to being completely erased from the Las Vegas Grand Prix results. What happened behind the scenes? How did this happen to one of the most organized teams on the grid? And has this single moment changed the entire championship outcome? This is the story that rocked Formula One. Heading into the Las Vegas Grand Prix, McLaren was flying high. Lando Norris sat at the top of the championship standings. Calm, accurate, consistent. Oscar Piastri was right behind him. Young, dangerous, and rising fast. They weren't just teammates. They were dominating rivals. Vegas wasn't just another race. It was a statement race. A chance for McLaren to stamp their authority on the season. A chance for Norris to create an even bigger gap between himself and the rest of the grid. When qualifying ended, the signs were clear. McLaren meant business. The team had found speed. They had found balance. And most importantly, they had found belief. The race was set. The pressure was on. And the world was watching. When the lights went out, Las Vegas turned into a battlefield. The engines screamed through the city. The cars cut through the neon shadows. Norris drove with the focus of a champion. Every corner was precise. Every overtake was a statement. Piastri pushed hard, fighting his way through traffic, refusing to be left behind. By the time the checkered flag fell, Norris had finished second. Piastri had claimed fourth. It was a solid night for McLaren. It was a powerful night for their championship campaign. The celebrations had already begun in fans' minds. But behind closed doors, the story was about to change forever. After every F1 race, cars go through scrutineering, a detailed technical inspection to make sure every part of the car is legal. What the officials discovered on both McLaren cars shocked everyone. Underneath the car is a component called the skid plank, a protective wooden board fitted to the underside of every F1 car. It starts at 10 millimeters thick. Over the race, normal wears expected, but if it wears too much, below 9 millimeters, the car is illegal. That's exactly what was found. Both Norris and Piastri's cars had worn down beyond the legal limit. That meant only one outcome: disqualification. No second place. No fourth place. No points. Just like that, McLaren lost everything they earned on track. Here's the brutal truth. McLaren gambled. Teams often run cars lower to the ground to gain extra speed and aerodynamic advantage. The lower the car, the faster it can be, but the higher the risk of bottoming out. Las Vegas is bumpy. The streets are uneven. The circuit is unforgiving. McLaren went aggressive with their setup, too aggressive. The car scraped the track more than expected. Every bump, every curb, every compression wore down that plank. And by the time the race was over, it was too thin. It wasn't cheating. It wasn't intentional. But in Formula One, intention doesn't matter. Only measurements do. Before the disqualification, Norris had a healthy 30-point lead. After Vegas, that lead shrank to just 24 points, with only 2 races remaining. Suddenly, the title race exploded wide open. Max Verstappen, once thought to be drifting away, was now back in serious contention. Piastri was now tied with Verstappen on points. 2 races left. 3 drivers realistically in the fight. One tiny measurement changed everything. This wasn't just about plank thickness. This was about pressure, risk, and the fine line between victory and disaster. Norris didn't lash out. He didn't create drama. He simply said it was a frustrating end, and now the focus must turn to Qatar. Piastri was just as composed. He said he would put himself in the best possible position and see what happens. But you could feel the disappointment. You could feel the anger. They had done the hard part on track and still lost everything. This kind of disqualification is rare, but not unheard of. In past seasons, other drivers, even world champions, have suffered the same fate over the same rule. But never this late, never with 2 teammates, never with a championship on the line. This instantly became one of the most brutal technical downfalls in modern F1. One miscalculation, one track too rough, 1 millimeter too many worn away. And everything changed. Now the final chapter begins. Qatar, Abu Dhabi. 2 races. Maximum pressure. Norris has to be perfect. Piastri must be aggressive. And Verstappen? He will attack with everything he has left. There's no room for mistakes. Every pit stop, every corner, every overtake, every millimeter now matters more than ever. This isn't just about speed anymore. This is about nerve. If this moment didn't shock you, you're not paying attention to Formula One. One tiny detail, one technical rule, one brutal decision. And now, the greatest title race in years is wide open. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Current Affairs Hub so you never miss another critical moment in global sports and current events. And tell me in the comments, can McLaren still pull this off, or has Vegas destroyed their championship hopes? Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next update where everything can change again.